Four teenagers and two adults arrested all within a week, all charged with gun offenses in Jacksonville. The latest announcement today, two men arrested in 5 points following a fight the sheriff's office says could have turned into a possible mass shooting. On your side's Robert Bradfield reports on why some say they aren't surprised but saddened by the recent crimes.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office sharing this surveillance video, which they say shows two men openly carrying weapons. They believe the two men were walking away from a fight they were involved in earlier in 5 points.
You cannot carry firearms like that. You just can't do that in public, walking down the sidewalk.
The two men were arrested. JSO's Director of Investigations, Mike Bruno, says officers managed to stop what could have been a greater threat.
These officers know that if they don't find these individuals quickly, something bad can happen. I'd also like to reiterate, in the last few days, we've had several cases where our suspects are young people.
A week ago, Bruno stood at the same podium announcing the arrest of 4 teens charged with stealing 8 firearms from a Jacksonville gun store.
We got a problem.
Franklin Dickinson is the owner of Basics Range and Gun in Orange Park. He says it's distressing to learn 4 teens resorted to stealing. 2 of them were 13-year-olds.
Bigger question is, why are you breaking the law? Why are you stealing another man's property? Why are you damaging his property in order to go steal property?
They are questions police are trying to find out, as some say these conversations should start in the home. Robert Bradfield, First Coast News, on your side.
Last summer.